Flailing away inside. This is what Tate wants right now. Not allowing Chuanaka to extend, although Chuanaka says he feels very comfortable fighting on the inside. And he looks very comfortable.
Good left hooks. He's reining his punches down on Thomas Tate. What you're taught to do in boxing is punch your opponent down. Punch down with your punches and punch your opponent down to the canvas. When you hit, you're taught to follow through with your punches and then let them drift down to put your opponent down to the mat. Oh, wow, look at this. Both of them, nose to nose.
Exchanging for the entire 10th round halfway through. Both fighters with ties to this area. Chuanaka, who lives in Vegas, also spends a lot of his time in Detroit, fighting out of the Galaxy Gym. Thomas Tate lives in Houston, but was born and raised in Detroit. First 20 years of his life. And his amateur career out of the Motor City.
Moved to Detroit, and then, to Houston, and that's how Thomas got his nickname, Iced Tea. Because that's what I drink during those hot, humid Houston summers.
Get this quick!
And Dale Grable says, I don't want to continue to mess around with this. Get this quick. And Johnny Phillips.
I think Tate is actually pulling that tape off in the inside like that as the punches are flying. Tate's reaching up, grabbing the tape.
Johnny Phillips, Bill Miller, Rafael Garcia in the corner of Joseph Chuanaka. And there's the exchange. Fighters trading throughout this 10th round.
Yeah, big question about so many fighters that are good punchers against B-level fighters. What happens when they step up in class? Do they still have that power? Can they still dictate the pace and the tempo of a fight?
And this is what Chuanaka is finding out about himself this evening.
Yeah, this is the kind of fight that you want. You want to be in. You want to know how good you can be or how far you can go in the sport of boxing. This is, for him, testing ground. Of course, he wants to win, but he wants to know how he can advance.
A lot has changed since round number 1.
Yeah, look at the complexion of the fight there. See how Chuanaka was advancing. He was pressing the action. He was throwing very hard punches. He was stronger physically, using his weight, using his advantage. And then look at him here.
Well, this is the end of round number 10. Another late hit, a little chop, but enough for Dale Grable, the referee, to take another point away from Chuanaka. The second point. It's the 4th time in 10 rounds that he has hit after the bell, and he's now lost 2 points over that in what can be viewed as a very close fight, and that may make the difference in the outcome.
Yeah, remember back in the 6th round is when he had the other point taken away from him. They say in his corner that he can't hear the bell. He apparently got hit, and his ear is hurt, and he can't hear the bell when it rings.
What about the other ear?
Well,
was that one?
Did you ever so hard on his right ear?
Did you ever use that one in your corner?
No, I tell you, it does affect. It also affects your equilibrium.
Things ringing.
No, when you get hit and you get stunned, it hurts both ears. What happens is you get hit on your jaw, and that's your mandible is what goes up and hurts you. It affects your ears. Right now, don't ask me how it does. Believe me, it does. Let me show you, Al.
Okay, well, maybe somebody will write in a KO comment so we officially could address.
Yeah, Al, you can't send in KO comment.
That's not allowed. But we may have a viewer or two.
Oh, good right hand from Tate.
Brother Frank with some words of advice. Frank was sitting somewhere in the stands. Earlier we were trying to locate him. Now he has snuck up to ringside, getting a little closer. He senses that his brother is at the threshold of maybe pulling this one off after being out of the ring for a year and a half, trying to send Joseph Chuanaka, the rising star, to his first defeat. Slow, shaky start by Thomas Tate, but the veteran has shaken that off and has come on here. Now moving this fight into virgin territory for Joseph Chuanaka past the 10th round. The jab going, Thomas Tate.
Yeah.
Very energetic here in the 11th.
He knows these are things that you cannot teach a young fighter. You can't tell Joseph Chuanaka, this is how it's going to be. This is what happens in a long fight. They don't understand. Once they go through it, like Chuanaka is doing here, then they understand how it changes. The tempo, the complexion, the pace.
Come on, left hand. Get back
Tate said he was going to dictate the pace tonight, and I think he's certainly dictating the pace here. Chuanaka, he looks winded.
Come on, left hand.
I know he's in great shape. You don't go to training camp with Johnny Phillips, Bill Miller, Jackie Callan without being in great shape.
We'll go to the 12th and final round.
Don't worry about it.
There's Johnny Phillips.
Okay. That's wrong. You come
And Joseph Chuanaka. With Garcia.
All right, listen. Go out and fight this fight. Bring them punches up. You're not doing it. Come on, snap the punch.
In the corner of Thomas Tate, Willie Hayes, Eric Williams.
Styles a win. Styles a win. Come on. Let's go.
Each fighter has to feel they got to take this 12th round. Thomas Tate knows there's a couple extra points in his back pocket taken away from Joseph Chuanaka. Fourth time Thomas Tate in the 12th round, the first for Chuanaka. And Thomas Tate, the 29-year-old against the 23-year-old, taking him into the 12th round. And Tate looks like he has a little more gas left in the tank.
Yeah, experience too. Gas in the tank and illusion. I have got the fight scored very close. I've got it 6-3-2 in actual scores for Chuanaka. However, Chuanaka lost the 2 points that you take off would make it 4-3 and 2 for Chuanaka. 3 rounds for Tate and 2 even, or actually 4 even with the 2 points.
Going into the final round.
Yes. So it is extremely close.
1 minute gone, 2 to go in the 12th round of this WBU super middleweight title fight. Joseph Chuanaka, the hard punching, 19-0-2 super middleweight. Also learning that if you get a guy in trouble in the first round, don't let him get away. He had Tate shaken in round number 1. And that's the time to pounce on the Thomas Tate, who had not fought in a year and a half, came in to the ring bone dry.
Yeah, this round he is shaking that rust off.
Oh, but this time it appears as if in this round now, Tate going backwards, gets in the uppercut. Tate coming on. The crowd responding. Just as if it appeared as if Chuanaka had shaken up Tate.
Thomas Tate is crafty.
Inside the final minute.
Good scrap. 2 fighters really playing with all of their heart tonight. Giving it everything they have. Will, desire, drive. Oh, big right hand. Right here at the end of the fight, too, is where you really want to leave a lasting impression with the judges. You want to show them that you want to win inside the final 30 seconds. Really try to pour it on, and that's just what the veteran Thomas Tate is doing.
Oh, good right by Tate. Final seconds of the fight. No knockdowns in this one. Could not be saved by the bell. But this one will go to the cards. And that is it. 12 rounds, the toughest experience in the young career of Joseph Chuanaka. He got his test, and now we'll learn whether he remains undefeated, whether he will wear a belt. When we return, the decision, Thomas Tate and Joseph Chuanaka. 12 rounds, a lot of slugging going on, super middleweights. And we are now waiting for the decision. On the left, the veteran, Thomas Tate, who once fought for the, twice fought for the middleweight championship. And after a year and a half off, comes in against a rising star, undefeated Joseph Chuanaka, who is ranked number 9 by the IBF. Thomas Tate, unranked fighter as he comes back after the inactivity. Slow start for Tate, but then he came on, and he certainly did give Chuanaka his biggest test to date. 19 straight wins, that's the streak Chuanaka takes into the ring tonight.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.